finally getting a World Cup knockout goal in the FIFA World Cup 2026. Cristiano Ronaldo is the name at the age of 41. Also, let me inform you that Luka Modric has said his final goodbye to football when it comes to international gameplay, and maybe this would be his last when it comes to football at large. Also, let me inform you that more and more actions still come tonight when it comes to the FIFA World Cup, but we have more results to show out for you. Let me bring to your knowledge that the local stories are trending, buzzing, and players are still making moves to several clubs to make their way for next season. We'll be giving you more updates from the camp of Shooting Stars, and Honorable Lekon Salami has been appointed when it comes to the MPFL committee. All this and more right here on the show. Top of the morning to you, and you're welcome to Dominion Television, your channel of choice. This is Dominion Sports, where we talk all things sport right here on the go. I am Paul Abe Toluwanimi, and I'm not alone in the studio this wonderful morning. I have the expert analyst Sanudin Alimi joining me to talk sport right here with me. Top of the morning to you, and we have said it looks like Morocco would be the only team to take Africa to the next stage of the competition. Algeria are out. Riyad Mahrez has said his final goodbye to international football.
Good morning to Oluwanimi. Good morning to our viewers. And I would like to ask you, was it the mentality of the Algerians that let them down against his first side earlier, in the early hours of today?
I'm not going to lie to you. I did not even follow up the game because I knew that Algeria were going to, be knocked out of that competition.
No, you're not a good African man. But it's nice to be back here again. The weekend is here. Yesterday we said we were building up to the weekend. Now the weekend is here. We had football over the night. 2 games in the early hours of this morning. The FIFA World Cup is still serving. Modric is out, like you mentioned. Cristiano Ronaldo got his first knockout goal. All the boss is now out of the way for him. Let's see how his team perform to the end of the competition. Then we mentioned Switzerland defeated Algeria 2-0, and one of our viewers is smiling to the bank and hoping, and we'll get to that later on. And in the world of Formula 1, is around 9 this weekend. Silverstone, this is Amity's home ground. He has 14 podium appearances and 9 wins in this circuit, and it's so exciting to see what it does with the Ferrari this time around. And we'll be doing the same going in Britain as well. So we saw the British weekend. Everyone is having fun, and let's see what happens in the world of sports this weekend. All
right, definitely. Let's see what happens when it comes to all actions packed weekend in the world of sport. But let's start off from the local front, as we got the update in the early hours of the morning that the man name from Rivers United has completed the signing of Kun Khalifa striker Ibokwe James on a 2-year contract until 2028. Done and dusted. Rivers United are the one making the moves when it comes to the transfer market and the MPFL.
You understand why Rivers are moving the way they've been moving in the MPFL. 2 seasons ago, they were runners up. Last season, they were runners up, and you think they are looking for that extra spark or that missing piece that will push the team to the next level. And with the flurry of competitions they have coming up next season, a lot of teams will improve from what they did last season, and new teams are coming to the league as well. You don't want to be found wanting, and now they are getting their targets as early as possible in the transfer window, putting the squad together, getting them strong before the season starts. And congratulations to them and the player. And for Kun Khalifa, and they're not going to be left blank before the merger or the...
A new signing too, just like my producer is just showing on the screen. A new signing, Kun Khalifa also announced signing of Idri Gerardo from Calabar Rovers FC.
That's what you do. You poach from other sides, and they are doing their business well. Let one player go, replacing it as soon as possible, and that's what you want from your club. You don't want to be left in shambles when the new manager or when the new management, which is going to lead the charge next season, comes around. And they, like we mentioned last week, they're one of the best seasons in the second half of the season. That helped them retain their MPFL status. Let's see what they do in the coming season, and congratulations to them and the player for securing the contract and service of the player.
All right, to give you transfer update right here, Vincent Temitope off to Bara FC. Personal terms agreed by both parties. A salary could go up to 1.5 million per month. A 2-year contract on the table plus 5 million a sign-on fee. That's what we are getting from the table of Barao FC.
Very good one, and I'm wondering where this financial package is coming from.
All of a sudden,
clubs are getting players for huge money, paying huge sign-on fees. Not very huge, but still a step forward from what we've had in previous times in the MPFL. So it's big. It's a big one for him. Let's see if the performances correlates with the huge financial package that was just to draw him to the club, and let's see the performance of the team in general next season.
All right, still having you more updates when it comes to the local front. New appointment as a chairman of Shooting Stars, Honorable Taiwo Lekon Salami, on his appointment as a member of the MPFL Commercial Reforms Committee. That's the update we are getting. How do you think this is a step in order for MPFL when it comes to the commercial aspect of things in the MPFL for next season?
You would agree with me, one of the most glamorous club last season in the MPFL, or one of the most commercially friendly clubs last season was Shooting Stars. You see the amount of brands that come to their own games, and that's definitely kudos to Honorable Lekon Salami and the team that they put together to manage the team last season. So you understand why the MPFL are looking to bring someone with his wealth of experience and what is done to turn around the fortunes of Shooting Stars into the fold of the big team. Let's see how we can incorporate this, and it's a very good one because you need people from within that understand the terrain and have done it before to help you utilize and change the face of the league in general. And it's a very good one, and I trust my chairman, Honorable Lekon Salami.
Is your chairman now?
No, it's the chairman for Shooting Stars, and I'm a fan of Shooting Stars, so definitely, it's definitely.
So I think it's okay for me to say, my chairman of Remo Stars too.
Definitely,
everybody has their own chairman.
Everybody has their own chairman, so it's a very good one, and I like to see his input, and I definitely trust what he's going to do and bring to the MPFL Commercial Committee in general.
All right, that's the update coming through from the camp of Shooting Stars, as Honorable Lekon Salami has been appointed as committee member for commercial reforms in the MPFL. All right, let's move away from this and let's come to more dicey story, as Daniel Daga has won his appeal and has been acquitted of all his criminal charges. Armored FK statement says is now available for selection in the next games as they await the final judgment of the case. I want to ask you something, Sanurudin. After all of this, this person that has put this man in this situation goes to walk on free. We looked at, we can pick several players, Benjamin Mendy, you go on to mention other, and this is a Nigerian who has not been playing for almost a year because of situations like this. How do we correct, incidents like this, that at the end of the day, the player has nothing to do against that? And how can a player, avoid situations like this?
Players have to steer clear of things that will bring disrepute to their names or to their image at the end of the day. But in cases like this, I think the world in general, not just in sports, need to find stricter measures to curb this thing from women or from people who falsely accuse people of sexual misconduct or domestic violence, because it's very damaging to people's career, to their mental strength and all. And on the long run, a lot of people have done it in the past and gone scot-free. When the player or when the person that was accused has been acquitted, at the end of the day, we hear nothing about the accuser. So that has given people more claim or the boldness or the effrontery to come out and accuse an innocent person. If investigations were not done thoroughly, we wouldn't have come to the light of this and said this player has no issue with it. And I hope the club reinstates him back into the club properly and give him his wage that was denied or suspended over the couple of years or couple of months that has been active with them. But to answer your question, there need to be stricter measures. The world needs to come together and say enough is enough with these false claims and false domestic violence accusations. If you don't have clear evidence and you are found to be on the wrong side at the end of the day, definitely the punishment that was meant for the accused should definitely be transferred to you, because there's nothing, that's his sole aim of destroying someone's career, someone's image, someone's reputation within where the person currently works and to the world in general. So if there are stricter measures or something as heavy as that penalty going to someone who is found guilty of committing the crime goes to the person that goes with false claim or false accusations, definitely I think that will bring a curb or reduce the amount of people who come out to falsely accuse players and human beings in general of false domestic violence allegations.
All right, a big congratulations to Daniel Daga. He has been free, and the club are saying they're going to bring him back to the team. And just like Nudin said, I hope stricter measures are being put in place for the accusers who, at the end of the day, the court do not find anything worthy to hold people who have been accused of such claims of rape allegations and all of that. Big congratulations once again to Daniel Daga. Let's move away from that and let's talk talk about the CAF Champions League and the Confederation Cup preliminary rounds to kick off on the 4th to the 6th of September 2026. The group stages scheduled between November 2026 and January 2027. Final of both competitions will be played during the period between 9th to 31st of May 2027. The prize money is up for grabs at $6 million for the champions, league winners, and $4 million for the Confederation Cup champions remains in place. Nigeria would have Rangers International and Rivers United at the CAF representation, and also Shooting Stars at the CAF Continental, to be joined by the winners of the Federation Cup between Ikorodu City or El Kanami Warriors. And there you have it. Date set already, game set already. We are just waiting for the big guns in Nigeria to represent us well and maybe grab their hands on the mouth-watering cash and also lifting the trophy.
We know the winners of we know what the prize money for the winners of the competition. We know when the final is going to be played. We know the schedule and all, and yet we don't have the complete contingent for Nigeria yet at the continent next season. It's so worrisome, but good one from CAF, sticking to their timetable and still maintaining their standard of having huge money on display for potential winners at the end of the day. I'm not yet cool with the two-legged final format they use. But
yeah, people are complaining about the two-legged. I think that needs to change.
That needs to change.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the reforms they need to go through.
For Spain, with another brace, making it 5 games in aggregate in 4 World Cup games. Marco Corella provides 2 assists. Pedro Porro scores his first ever goal for Spain to seal a 2-0 win. They're still not considered a goal, meaning Una Simeon has just broken Walter Zinga's all-time world record for the most consecutive minutes without conceding. That's the update yesterday, and they are back on the big stage after the 2010 World Cup. It reminds me of Germany when we spoke about it, but right now Spain are ready to dominate the world again.
Yes, they've had their downtime in the world on the world stage for a very long time, but they are the current European champions, and you won't write them out. And definitely, you spoke about how defensively solid they've been. Cucurella, Porro, and whoever they elect to play in the art of the defense for them in front of Unai Simon, they've been very perfect. 4 World Cup games, 0 goals conceded, and that's what you want from your team. If you want to get to the finals or win the World Cup at the end of the day, you need to be sharp. Your defense needs to be sharp, and your attack needs to be sharp as well. 4 clean sheets, about 7 or 8 goals scored in and around there, and that's fantastic. And for Oyarzabal, he's leading the charge very well. You expect?
Are you surprised?
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
Leading the charge and getting in the goals.
If you followed the game for Real Sociedad in the La Liga, you see he's a very key player and very pivotal and consistent player with the side. And he's had moves from big clubs to take him away from that side, but he said he wants to remain with Sociedad, and he's still doing his thing very well. And it's no surprise to me. He's been pivotal to their success over the couple of years. And for Lamine Yamal, it's been a compliment. You expect more from him to be like the face of the show, but Oyarzabal is stealing the show from him and doing what he has to do. And
Marco Corella?
Marco Corella is
maybe that boost to Madrid that's giving him so much energy right now.
Corella has always been fantastic on his day. 9 out of 10 times is that player that would walk into any side in the world and be in the starting 11. Is that good at the moment? One of the best left backs in the game right now, and the boost for him going to Real Madrid opening is a very good one. A step up in his career, probably the last big payday he's going to get, and he's utilized very well. Having a stellar season with Spain at the World Cup, he did very well against Saudi Arabia. Now he's had a good performance in the game against Austria in round of 16 and round of 32. I'm sorry, good one for them, and they're on to the next round of the competition. All
right, congratulations to the Spaniard for making it through to the next round of the competition since 2010. All right, let's move away from that. Let's give you more update against all odds. Cristiano Ronaldo made it and scored a knockout goal against Croatia. What a time to do it, and the game ended 2-1. And let's talk about that game before we talk about all the reactions that happened in that game and all of that. For you, were you expecting it to be an easy ride for Portugal against Croatia, and how impressed were you to see how Croatia dominated that game yesterday?
It wasn't going to be an easy ride. We spoke about it yesterday. The Croatian side are well experienced. We spoke about them getting to 2 semi-finals in the last two editions of the World Cup, and they were looking to go on to the next round again. For a larger percentage of the game, they controlled the game, and the midfield was the engine room. Luka Modric was on top of his game. That's what you want from a legend. And the supporting cast for him did very well. But at the end of the day, the Portuguese side got the better of them. So the Croatian side gave a good account of themselves. They will be proud with their performance. They didn't lay themselves down against overwhelming favorites Portugal. They were not starstruck, and the midfield we've all waxed lyrical about didn't come to fore. And at the end of the day, you need changes from Roberto Martinez, and that's one of the hallmarks of a great coach.
Yeah,
he has to read the game, change the tactics, and utilize the players you have in your arsenal to win the games for you. And that was what happened. At the end of the day, they were persistent, even after going a goal down. Had Cristiano Ronaldo's first goal chalked off for rightly by the VR team, and at the end of the day they were able to get the victory at the end of the day. So congratulations to them, and I look forward to see how they set up now, since they found a different way to play from the regular way we've expected them to play in the championship.
So I want to ask you quickly, what do you think is the problem with all of the ideas that everybody must have thought about this midfield trio of Vitinha, João Neves, Bruno Fernandes, and have not come to the party yet? Just like you said, it takes a great coach to read games like that and take out great players from that game and bring in players who it feels that, you know, this is the idea I want, and let's see how we can execute all of that. And people were complaining about, you know, how Rafael Leao also changed the game for Portugal yesterday because of that, you know, change in the second half, and all balls. Bernardo Silva was direct with the ball to Rafael Leao, you know, making sure that he wanted the ball more. Let's see how he can come to the party and all of that. And you look at all of that in the group stage. Until now, it's been a massive complaint. Lastly, there have been claims that, you know, the Portuguese midfield are not playing for Cristiano Ronaldo. And when you look at it for the Argentine side, it's a different ballgame already. The midfielders, the players, want to play. They want to play for the team, also want to play for, you know, Messi.
Why must we bring Portugal and Argentina side by side?
Because it is what it is.
They are two different sides.
But it is what it is. At least when you look at it, there's an achievement. When you look at it, there's an achievement. That's what I'm saying.
The Portuguese sides who have been successful in their own ranks. They may not have the World Cup in their ranks, but they've won the Nations League twice and they've won the Euro Championship in their cover. So you can't say they are not successful as well. Yes, there might be one or two things that's evident to people and translating it the way they want.
Is it evident to you?
I'm not seeing anything wrong with the way they play.
No, I'm asking a question. Is what I just said about the Argentine side, is it evident to you? Are they playing for the team and are they playing for Messi?
They are playing together as a team, and the Portuguese side are also playing. It's just not
are they playing for Messi?
Playing for Messi, they've said it several times. Everybody sees the way they play and what they do with their team. That is the Argentine side. And the Portuguese side, that's what I'm saying. We can't compare two nations together. Everybody's playing their football. Is everybody playing to satisfy Mbappe in the French national team? Is everybody playing to satisfy Mo Salah in the Egyptian national team? No, everybody's playing their football, and there are different nations at large. Everyone has to adopt a format or a way that's going to work for them at the end of the day. And the Portuguese side are adopting the one they think is going to work. And it took the coach yesterday to change the style and still kept his prolific striker up front, change the formation. We've spoken about it times and times again. You have players that can utilize several formations for you. You can play in any setup you want. And I mentioned yesterday that balance is very important when it comes to the starting 11 of any side. And they failed to find the balance in the first couple of games. Maybe against Uzbekistan, a lesser opponent, they were very fantastic. Aside that, other games, they were awful. And you take your mind back to the PSG national team. A lot of people don't see the reason why Ousmane Dembele comes as deep as the way he does. We hail João Neves, we hail Vitinha for controlling the midfield, but the creative spark doesn't come from those players. That is one thing we fail to realize. And for Bruno Fernandes, he's been piss poor at this tournament. I'm sorry if that's the right way to put it.
That's the right word to use. Why you being sorry about it? You're an analyst, so you can't be sorry for using the word you're supposed to use. He has been poor. You talk about a player who has broken the assist record. You talk about the Premier League player of the season, and he has not been able to churn out the best that we know Bruno Fernandes to be. I'm not saying anything against him. Maybe all of carrying Manchester United on his shoulder has been overwhelming. And coming to the competition, expectations are high on Bruno Fernandes, but he has been poor. Yes, let's be straight to the word.
Yes, it's been piss poor, and the team needed to find inspiration elsewhere yesterday, and that's the hallmark of a team.
So I want to ask you now, do you think this will be the new formation for Roberto Martinez going in if it's seen that the tempo is low from the players he's expecting it to be from? You saw the changes, just like you said, Ruben Neves, he had to bring in Bernardo Silva, and everything changed immediately.
Vitinha has not been that guy that would take risk when he was with the ball. That's why he has a high rate of pass completion. You see him churn out 96%, 95%. He plays the safest passes, and that's not what you want from your midfield. And the way the Portuguese side play, they thrive on spaces. If you can't get players, Bruno Fernandes would have been very perfect if he's clicked in this competition. Maybe utilize those spaces that is in the defenses of their opponent, but he's having a different tournament, and I think Roberto Martinez is still going to stick with the formation he started with the competition with, and maybe in games turn it around like he did in the second half against Croatia yesterday. They've learned their mistake definitely, and I think I'm going to see a different side from Roberto Martinez going forward in the competition.
So I want to ask you, against Spain, if you're Martinez, are you starting Bruno Fernandes and Vitinha?
I think he's going to start one of them. He's going to start one of them because most times, actually, when Bernardo Silva plays on the field, it affects the position of Bruno Fernandes. So I don't. Sometimes I think he wants to create that balance, but he's not seem to found it. So right now, I think either João Neves or Vitinha, one of them has to sit and leave Bruno Fernandes to create that spark, maybe find the spark. Because definitely on the field of play, that's where he's going to rejig himself and remember what he's done over the past couple of years for both club and country. You can't write him out. He's definitely one of the candidates for captain once Cristiano Ronaldo releases the armband. And going forward, they have to find that balance in midfield. Yes, those players are technical. They are exciting to watch. They cover a lot of spaces. They turn in the flesh of opponents. But if you want to win games and important games, you definitely need to find that extra approach and that confidence to try something anybody's not thinking on the field of play. And it's a repeat of the semi-final, I think, in 2010 for Brazil, for Spain and Portugal. And it's going to definitely a repeat of the UEFA Nations League final.
Yeah.
Exciting times. Yamal against that defense again. Semedo, Cancelo, Nuno Mendes, and it's just going to be exciting. Let's see what happens in a couple of days.
All right, there you have it on the screen. My producer is sharp on that, bringing up the belt of the round of 16. It's Cristiano Ronaldo against his son. Let me just say his son. I mean, Yamal. We'll be looking forward to that. But let's talk about some key moments in that game. How exciting, were you to see Rafael Leao play good football again?
He's always been a fantastic player. The problem with him has just been his consistency. It's been very amazing. The game against Uzbekistan, or was it Colombia, the last game, when he immediately came on, he breezed past through the defense of the opponent, just like they were in there, and he put fantastic ball into the net. It's a very decisive.
Good assist for Ramos.
Good assist. That's what you want. That's what you get from a very fit and sharp Rafael Leao. That's why it's been sought out by European teams.
But I heard Manchester United are not looking to his side. Are you a Manchester United fan? Would you want Rafael Leao in your side?
Sadly, I don't want him in my side because he's not at that consistent. He doesn't churn out the performance consistently as you want him. As he's had that stellar performance last game now, next game you might not see him again or go a couple of games. And his attitude sometimes is questionable. Even things are not trivial or funny enough. You see him with his teeth. Yes, we know the teeth is white.
It smells all through the game. What do you want from him again?
No. There are some situations that doesn't warrant you to smile. It's plain as that. You remember the miss from Ayegbeni at the 2010 World Cup. Definitely, that was a very big one for the national team, and everybody didn't expect that reaction from him. There are a lot of reactions that shouldn't come after certain moments in the game. But not to take anything away from him, he's a fantastic player. Like I said, one-on-one is very good. He's sharp. Can put in crosses that will demolish the opponent, and he has the eye for goal as well. So he's a very good player, and good luck to him in his endeavors.
All right, let's talk about Luka Modric quickly. Finally, he's done with international football. He's a free player currently. I've got to update that Jose Mourinho is looking to bring him to the ranks of the management, not as a player. So, do you think he should just retire from football after a fantastic career with the Croatian team? And also, you talk about Tottenham Hotspur, you talk about Madrid, you talk about what he did again with AC Milan last season.
You would not excuse a player if he sees his body can go on with another season of active football. He should go for it. Andres Iniesta just retired last year. He just joined management, and Luka Modric was offered the management role before he went to AC Milan last season. Is he going to take it now from Jose Mourinho? But still rumors and all. We are yet to get to the root of that. So any part of career Luka Modric chooses at the end of this World Cup or between now and the end of the transfer window is definitely one to look forward to. He's a free agent. He has his future in his hands. A lot of clubs would want him for his expertise and experience
At
to
that
try
age.
and groom the next generation, not as a key player in the side, because he definitely can't rely on a 40-year-old to win you championships. So if he gets his chance to continue and he feels his body is ready to take on one more season of football, definitely. The Euros is around the corner. There's the UEFA Nations League next year. That's going to start later this year. And
It's done international football. Let's leave him out of international football.
So-
Let's just talk the the seasons to come.
for the club side, if
Yeah,
he feels his
club
body
side,
is can still take one active football season, definitely let him go ahead with it. And if he feels he wants to join a management side, I think he's one that is going to go well. He's a very good leader. He goes along with his team very well, right from Tottenham, right to Real Madrid, and even with the AC Milan's team last season, it was fantastic. And you definitely see him do wonders on the bench of the club side.
All right, let's talk about Cristiano Ronaldo at the age of 41, finally getting a knockout goal in the World Cup. Also, let me inform you that before the game, Cristiano Ronaldo's sister, Katia,
like the PRO
I was wondering if she was the PR team, but she came out to say Cristiano Ronaldo to retire from international football with Portugal after the World Cup. Enjoy it while it lasts. I quote, "It's ending soon. The info I have from a reliable source. This is the last dance."
That's what she
And they
does
asked
every
Cristiano
time.
Ronaldo yesterday. He said, "I'm not going to speak out of emotions because I'm still playing football."
That's the man. That's what you hear from him. He wants to push himself up until the end.
Is she looking for spotlight?
She does that every time, so I'm not surprised she's come out with this again. When he was snubbed for the Ballon d'Or, she came out with that big epistle saying why was he snubbed, why with the amount of competitions he's won and all. And it's just an emotion from a family member, and you understand that. And that's different from the professional Cristiano Ronaldo, who said he won't speak out of emotions. When the time is right, he's going to divulge the information out. So it's extended. He stayed with the Saudi League Pro side after winning the league last season. And if he wants to call it quits with the national team,
Yeah, it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
it's Cristiano
He's
Ronaldo.
going to say it.
He's going to say it by himself, full chest. He's done it times,
So we should not get a statement from
we
the
shouldn't
sister.
get all emotional about his sister. She's doing what a family or a sibling would
agree.
do. Definitely speaking, yes, she might have reliable sources and all of that saying this is the last World Cup. We expect it to be his last World Cup.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Nobody expects him to
definitely.
be around 4 years.
4 years
when he's
after.
45,
I think
and
4 years is going to be 45.
he's going to be 45 or 46 and leading the charge of
Nah, come
this.
on,
That's not what you want to see. and
I won't want, if I'm the manager of Portugal, I won't want to play.
There have been several complaints with him even in this current side, so it definitely has to leave when the vision is loudest.
I don't know if you saw the change when Martinez had to sub him off. Did you see his reaction? He didn't want to leave the pitch.
He doesn't want to leave the field of play. That's Cristiano Ronaldo for you. He wants to fight it to the end. Through injury, we saw how emotional he was when he wasn't able to help his team to
Lift the Euros.
lift the Euros. We saw his performance at the last World Cup, and definitely Cristiano Ronaldo. For every time you take him off the field, the buzz is always there. Why was he subbed off? You're in need of a goal, and you sub off one of the greatest goal scorers in the history of the game. So it's Cristiano Ronaldo. The buzz is normal for him. His name is always in the news. He hugs the headlines every time. And yesterday was not or early hours of this morning was not an exception. His first knockout goal at the World Cup. Several questions have been asked of him in the past. Right now, he's answered the question, and we can put that to rest now.
Beautiful, legendary days still ahead for Cristiano Ronaldo. But let's talk about one more moment that happened in that game, and that is Diego Jota. Yesterday was his 1 year remembrance. Just like I said, when you look at the bracelet, when I wore this yesterday, I was wishing maybe I had that also. Maybe I was part of the Portuguese team, but it is what it is. But
Don't be surprised to get that on the black market as soon as
how about I just get that? Well, yesterday was fantastic. Diego Jota, day out on the screen. What a player. What a man.
What a man. He was so emotional when the news broke of his passing last year, and the circumstances that surrounded it was so shocking and disheartening for football fans all around the world, no matter what side of the divide you were. And yesterday was honored by the team, and it was a great one, emotional for the team, and luckily, or favorably. They were able to get to the next round. To
I thought you were going to say luckily for his best friend, because Ruben Neves got the own goal. Thanks to the technology right there.
Thanks to the technology.
If you were Ruben Neves and that ball was given, how would you have felt knowing that Portugal would have been knocked out even if we go to extra time?
I would just put my head in the game in that moment, not allow that to face me, and try to get the team back into the game.
But if you don't get back in the game?
That's the end of it, and I will apologize and lose my head. And
as the best friend of Diego Jota,
it's going to be so hard to forgive yourself.
Yeah, I agree.
If that comes
in a moment like that.
In a moment like, but he was unlucky, and thankfully for him, he was acquitted at the end of the day. The goal didn't stand, and the team is on to the national of the competition.
A beautiful moment like that, and remember, the Portuguese national team registered 27 players. Just in case you're wondering, they added Diego Jota to the list, and definitely is part of them till the end of the World Cup. It's going to be interesting because we have mouth-watering round of 16 games to look forward to. Definitely we'll give you more updates, but let's turn to more stories making around in the world of sport. Switzerland knocked out Algeria 2-0. Let me inform you quickly that the Swiss secured the first World Cup knockout in nearly 19 years. 1938 was the year, and they are through to the round of 16, where they will face the winner of Colombia against Ghana. That's the update. We are getting fantastic one. Switzerland, I needed this man to come to the party, and Bolo, and definitely he came to the party, and Ndoye also getting a goal. Algeria, I'm sure you were not putting them in the ranks to qualify for the round of 16.
The performances at the group stages was not at the level we wanted it to be, and against the Swiss side, yes.
Algeria has not been that team ever since.
They've not been ever team, but they defeated Nigeria at the AFCON, I think 2 or 3 editions ago, so you can't just write them off completely. Riyad Mahrez has been a spark for them. It was one that single-handedly dragged them to the next round. It got a goal that took them, that was supposed to make them play against Argentina, I think, but they considered again make them play against a team they think they had a better chance against Switzerland, and at the end of the day, they were knocked out. They were outplayed, outclassed, and you don't play like that when you want to go into the national of the competition. And they just have to pack their bags and leave as early as possible.
As early as possible. Before dawn.
And let the competition continue for the teams that are already in the next round. For Embolo, he's been touted to be a very pivotal player in this Swiss side, but we don't see him on the big stage most times. But yesterday, he was able to come to the party, got the opening goal, and good one for him. Maybe it's going to boost his confidence now, and you expect the Swiss side to be a turn in the side for a lot of top sides at the big stage. In the Euros, they're always there. At the World Cup stages, they're always there. And now they're back in the round of 16. Let's see what happens at the end of the day for them. All right, let's talk about Riyad Mahrez. He said his final goodbye to international football. He said that during the AFCON that the World Cup would be his final, goodbye to international football. How good has he been as a player and also for the Algerian side? He's done his part. He's a fantastic player, one of the greatest talents to come out of Africa in recent times, and he's done his part. He's done his bit. Now is the time for him to set the put aside for the national team and face his club career. It's in the range of those of the years that players actually call it quits with their career, and he has about 3 or 4 years left now to focus on his club football and some cool bucks into his account and enjoy his life. He's had a great performance, fantastic with Leicester City, got the Premier League with them, went on to Manchester City, and now currently plays his trade in the Saudi Arabia Pro League. That's a very good one, and very few players can talk about having such a stellar career in their ranks. So good one for him. Congratulations to him on completing his time with the national team. Kudos to him and congratulations to him, and good luck to him in his endeavors in his club career.
Trust me, if Sanuri is giving you double good luck, then definitely you're going to have one, because he mentioned good luck twice on the show just for Riyad Mahrez, and we hope for more good luck for Riyad Mahrez when it comes to more time in the world of football, maybe after that to enjoy his illustrious career. All right, let's move away from that, and when we are back, definitely we're giving you more updates in the world of football from the competition ongoing, the FIFA World Cup 2026, to give you the fixtures to expect today, talk about it, and give you updates in Wimbledon. Stay connected. Dominion Television, your channel of choice.
Live from the heart of the action. Welcome to the nerve center of Next Level Broadcasting.
This is the OB van, where the studio meets the street.
Equipped with cutting-edge cameras, crystal clear audio, real-time switching, and broadcast control, we don't just capture moments, we deliver the experience live.
Anywhere, anytime, from stadiums to red carpets, breaking news to buzzing festivals, weddings, birthdays, and all sorts of ceremonies. We bring the world to your screen in real time.
It's not just a van, it's a complete mobile production house, a command center, a broadcast beast.
This is more than a broadcast. This is the OB van difference. Live, loud, limitless.
Ready to go live? Like never before. Book the OB van today and take your event to the world. One powerful broadcast at a time.
To book, call 0705 506 1061 or 0916 101 1061. Email marketing@dominion.org.ng or visit our socials on Instagram @Dominion Broadcast.
Dominion Broadcast. Your